Hello and welcome everyone to another StarCraft 2 England cast. Today I have got a game from the Razor Replay pack of the week. It is Liquid Noni's pack, and basically Liquid Noni is the blue Protoss player in the lower left, and he's up against Placid, who is the red Protoss player in the top right. That means this is a Protoss v Protoss game, and it is just the best of one, so it's not a series or anything. The winner takes all. This game, it's all or nothing, to win or to fall, to win or lose. That all comes down to how these two players perform their next series of actions. So what can we expect from these two guys? Well, I mean, obviously it's a Protoss v Protoss, gone are the days of the 4 warp gate. Obviously you can still see it, but I mean there's so many good strategies aside from that that it's no longer the if you don't 4 warp gate you're crazy kind of mentality it was about 6 months ago. So what can we expect? Well, really a lot. I mean, the only thing you can be pretty certain you're not going to see is a super fast expansion, just because that's so unsafe to do. But you can see lots of different variations. You can see a 1-gate robo, a 3-gate robo, 3-gate blink stalker, 3-gate blink stalker with an observer. You can see some immortals come out early, you can see immortal sentry. There's lots of different things that are available to both these players, which is why PvP is actually becoming quite an interesting matchup, because there's just a lot of options that can go on, and due to the warping mechanism, if a proxy pylon is put down successfully, it can make some very, very interesting plays. Of course, there's also cannon rushes. I cast a PvP a couple of weeks ago where there was a really nice cannon rush, but who it was slips my mind. But anyway, Placid, he's already going for a very, very similar build to Noni, who of course is going for basically the gateway and gas timing, all very, very normal. Protoss, every Protoss strategy relies heavily on gas, and now one of the key things we'll see them scouting for is whether the second gas is taken. That is really critical for a lot of very important information. Firstly, if you see that second gas, it probably means there's not going to be a 4 warp gate, but rather something more techy, because for a proper 4 warp gate you don't get the second gas, it's not required. So again, that is what we'll see Noni looking for here, and also Placid when his drone gets across. Quick mention on the map, of course it is Daybreak. Now this is a relatively big map. The rush distance is really long as well. There's quite a lot of dead space around. I mean, there's dead space back here, which if you can get to is great. You can get in here. Basically, there's lots of different options available. It can be quite interesting. Also, if you get an observer, you can get some nice blink moves up here. So there are lots of different things available. Now, we do have our first variation here. We've got a second gateway coming up for Placid. That is compared to Noni, who is going for the second gas. The second gas already down for Placid as well, but obviously that's 2 gateways against 1, that always makes a big difference in terms of units, so we'll wait and see how that does play out. It's basically a choice of both players have gone for that Zealot first. They're following up with the Stalker. Very similar timing. The Chrono Boost not gone down yet on the Warp Gate tech, has already gone down here for Noni, who does have quite a lot banked up, so we'll wait and see how that's used, because obviously Chrono Boost is a very, very important resource early on, as is all of the kind of main building energy usage, or in Zerg's case the Queen usage. How that is utilised can be very, very interesting and defers a lot of the strategy. Now, Noni going for that 1 gateway robo build, so very, very tech focused. That is pure tech, tech, tech. Nothing else at all is on his mind right now. But obviously his concern needs to be, what if Placid's putting on a lot of pressure? And having 2 gates, chrono boosting out double stalkers is a lot of pressure. It's not an all-in, it's not going for really fast warp gate tech. You'll see that Noni's got quite a way ahead in terms of that warp gate tech already. We've got a gateway being added on here, that'll take him up to equal gates, and oh, is that sentry stuck? I really hope that sentry's not stuck. That would make everybody sad. That poor sentry. Nobody likes a stuck sentry. We do now have this single probe from Placid ready to go and chuck down a proxy pylon somewhere for the reinforcements. Of course, Warpgate tech is finished. Well, about to be finished, but only there we go. And it's still a good, what, about 25 seconds away for Placid, so that's going to be annoying. Now, Placid is doing great work with these Stalkers and the Zealot, but of course the Sentry isn't, so I really want to know if that Sentry's stuck. I really hope it isn't, because that is one of those things which, it's a bit of a misclick to be honest, or a misrally, and if it happens, you're kicking yourself in the foot, because that's 100 gas right there, and early on 100 gas is huge. It's a force field, oh my god, you just want to cry in a corner. The proxy pylon is complete, Warpgate tech done for both these players. Now, this Sentry going to be very, very important for lobbing down that defensive force field, and I'm really sure that is stuck, so bad, sad, sad times for that Sentry. He's gonna possibly have to watch all of his friends die. Now, Noni is going for that expansion. That's a pretty early expansion time, so this is really, really bold. That Immortal is going to help him hold it, because Placid is going for quite a few Stalkers. Obviously, the Observer is seeing everything, knows that the Stalker count is relatively high, and as a result, will therefore get that single Immortal out very, very quickly, because Immortals wreck Stalkers like crazy good. So obviously this is a very defensive play out of Noni right now, and actually Placid seems to have pulled back. He's got his own robotics facility down at the moment. He has got his own Observer on its way across, and where is Noni's Observer? That is a good question. Where is it? I don't genuinely know. I'm sure it's somewhere. Let's have a look at Noni's vision. No, it may have actually been killed, has it? Oh my god, it has. So that is a big, big loss, because obviously vision and scouting information is absolutely huge in any matchup, in any game of StarCraft 2. It is so important you know what your opponent is doing, and that is a big mistake you see in really everything below, I'd say, Masters, is that people don't know where to scout. I mean, obviously in sort of high silver, gold, platinum, people are scouting, but they don't necessarily know what they're looking for. Gas is the really big thing. Obviously expansion as well. Placid now knows that he is behind in terms of his expansion timing, and one would assume that if you're behind in terms of expansion, you're ahead in either tech or army size, and that Observer will probably come around to try and check that out. But obviously Placid's Observer does get taken down. Now Observers are a very good resource in PvP, because obviously they can destroy each other if they basically get the vision. So what can we see going on? Well, we've got the Robotics Bay coming down for both of these players right now, so both are taking up to Colossi. We do have 3 gateways down here for Placid. That is compared to what is, well, only 2 gateways for Noni. Noni getting down the 3rd gas, of course. The expansion only just finishing up now for Placid, and basically that's going to have that effect on the work count, 41 to 36. That is really quite substantial in a mirror matchup, as demonstrated here. About, well, roughly 300-ish minerals more being mined a minute by Noni compared to Placid, and that is going to hurt him, because that's been going on for quite a while. We do have the Observer coming to look around. Placid has put down this pylon here. That's to get vision and an early warning system as well. We will see the double gas is very, very interesting to see, knowing that your opponent is now teching to 4 gas is a big tell, especially when you yourself are only on 3. We'll see that basically the Gravatic Drive is being researched. That's obviously not going to be able to be seen. You can't tell what is being researched, and I don't actually know if the War Prism was spotted. I think it may have been, but obviously no way to tell now. But obviously the Colossus is a very different tech route than going for drop, and basically Placid's aim is to utilize this dead space, all of this here, to really try and pick off some key tech. And I mean, all of the key tech is isolated in a very small space of time, so if you were to say get a double Immortal drop, which is exactly what's coming in here, you can pick off that Robotics Bay quickly, and maybe even the Cyber Core, which would really effectively put Noni back into the Stone Age of tech. 3 more gateways being added on here by Noni, and now this drop is going to come in. Should be able to sneak around, and there is actually a nice little space here. I'm not sure if an Immortal would be able to drop down into there, but it's definitely worth a try. But this is space that definitely can be utilised, and well, there goes down some big hitting Immortals. Now we should see the Immortals picked up and dropped again pretty quickly to basically conserve their shields as much as they can. Those Zealots are going to be able to do nothing at all. And now, of course, this is going to be very, very irritating. All of these units coming back up to try and finish off. Will that Robotics Bay get taken down? I think the answer is going to be yes. And with that, those 2 Immortals are picked up. There's a Phoenix there now, and that basically means that War Prism is never going to get away, so you may as well just stick out and fight. Now, these 2 Immortals can actually do a mighty amount of damage. We've also got a push coming in the front here from Placid. He's got a lot of units, and basically this means Noni has to decide where is he going to go. Now, so many probes getting taken down, but Noni has actually come and tried to push up into the front. And this could actually be disastrous. He's running so far back, trying to chase this back. Maybe going to try and go for a base race option, but I mean, I can't see that being good. A big warp in of Zealots, that's the best way to deal with Immortals. Obviously, they have 2 attacks, so really wear down those shields quickly. They're also not armoured, so they don't get worn down too quickly. Now, 1 Immortal does fall pretty quickly. The second one will also go down fairly soon, but I mean, in terms of the units, lost 22 workers killed. Lost Noni so far behind in terms of the resources lost, and I mean, the only plus side is Noni does have 2 Colossi against 1. That is always helpful. Splash damage exceptionally powerful, and of course the 2 Immortals are here for Noni as well, and this is all getting pretty hectic, but from the looks of things, it does seem like Noni is coming out ahead. He has got that forward pylon down now. The first, quite a few units are going down now. I mean, the Colossus does need to stay up. I don't know if, yeah, Extended Thermal Lance has been, but his Rapid Drive was cancelled. Now, obviously, this is looking good for Noni now. I mean, he's got to do a lot of damage, though. He's so far behind in terms of workers that basically he has to win here and now. Otherwise, he's going to have huge, huge problems. The Immortal will try and target down quite a few things. The Colossi staying back. Those Colossi are exceptionally important to stay alive. Now, the probes are getting absolutely taken out, so this could level up this game. And, I mean, so far it's looking like Noni could actually have the momentum here needed to just flat out win. There seems to be very little army out on the field. I mean, there's the GG, and very, very nicely done there by Noni. He took so much damage from those two Immortals. But anyway, guys, I hope you did enjoy this game. If you did, please give it a thumbs up or a like. Leave a cool comment about what you think of the cast, the game, or the players, and also subscribe. I've got new top level games up every single day of the week. Basically, I wouldn't want you to miss any, and also the support is absolutely amazing. So, most importantly, guys, I really, really hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.